Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is another episode of Crazy Quilts. It's a fabric episode, and I am making a crazy quilt using At Dances with Pitbull's methodology. And I super appreciate having her record her process because I was copying it, and now I'm sort of not branching out, but I think I am doing it in a different order. So I will one by one show you what I have wrought so far. So this is item number one. I did sort of a victory lap around each one of the squares before I started stitching, just to keep everything flat and down. It is well within the potential margin of trimming or margin of sewing, and its purpose is purely to keep all of the edges patted down. Item number two, I have followed a specific process, and that is I wanted to sort of do something to be able to highlight the center. And then secondly, I have stitched all of the stitching before I have embellished it. So I think what the normal exercise is to take one of these rows, stitch it in a base way, and then embellish it, and then move on to another seam. I have done all of the seaming all at once. And so I have 4 squares now that are done. So here is square number 1. Here is my bird square. And you'll notice I have a green tree, and all of this extra stitching outside of the yellow is green. In this case, I have a red center. This is yellow, and then all the stitching is red. So I have 2 reds and 2 greens, and I've followed that same pattern. I've also done the same kind of like a blanket stitch here. Then I used the hem stitch out, and then I used the cretin stitch as the sort of last triangles. And if there was anything weird in the middle, I think I used, what's one of the ones in the middle? This one has got some an odd one here, and I think that's the fly stitch. So that's that one. And then this one is a green, and I still haven't addressed that patch. So I think one of the things that happened as a result of me doing all the stitching first is that I have all of these spots here where there's crossing over, and I sort of run into each other, which is, it's not really a problem, but it might look funny if we were in a museum doing a close inspection. We're not going to be doing that. So I've got my 4. Yay me. I am now up to the very exciting point where I am going to be doing the second round of embellishing. So second round is going to be, I think, just threads here. So all I'm going to be doing here is going to be some kind of thread embellishment. No beads, no sequins, no nothing. I'm going to keep that just for this centerpiece and maybe the frame around it. And that way I want to see the centerpiece, and that's, I think, the way that I'm going to accomplish that. And so I think I'm going to keep the reds to be the reds and the greens to be the greens. And so, for example, this red is completely disappeared. You can see this red. So I'm probably going to spend more time embellishing the spots where I can see the contrast, as opposed to worrying about some of these spots here. And the same thing is going to be true here with the green. I'm not going to be able to see much of that, but I'm going to be able to absolutely see it here, 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 and here. So that's the plan. I have ample, ample embellishing materials. I think I'm going to start with the tree. Anything else that I have to report? This is probably going to take me a while, but I feel like I feel like I have a chance to be able to get this finished in this season and hung up, mostly because of my approach, that I am not going to be super complicated outside here. It is just going to be a little bit of beading and sequencing, a little bit of embroidery out here, and then we're going to call it a day. Oh, this one has, is it this one? Which is the one? This one, I think. So these two are simple in that I all have straight scripts. I don't do any patching like this, and I don't have any extra rounds. So these were the ones that are probably closest to what Rebecca had as direction the first time through, which is fine. I'm not opposed. It is a crazy quilt. We're supposed to have some sort of fun and delight as we do this. So that's my update. Hope you enjoyed, and I will of course keep you updated as we progress. Thanks so much. Take care of yourselves. Stay out of trouble. Love you lots, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.